Hi, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing really well. Thank you to my returning subscribers. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, then please do. You will get more videos like this. We can look into things that are going on in your life right now. So let's see where your energy is at this time. Oh, I've just forgotten something. And we're back. Sorry about that. I forgot my runes. I left them all the way over there, so I had to go and grab them. So, where is your energy today? Let's see. So I'm going to be working with the animal cards. I've also got the feminine oracle as well. So we're just going to see where your energy is and then getting into the runes and the tarot cards as we normally do. So just if there's anything on your mind right now that you want to know about, then please put that into the forefront of your mind and we will see what energy we are working with. Okay. Now, just to let you know, I'm actually starting a membership. So I'm going to be doing some lives, but some of these lives are actually going to be members only. So on a Friday, I'm going to start doing a Friday evening. It might be every other week rather than every single week. We're going to be doing an evening just to bring whatever up you need to, and we'll do a meditation as well. So if that's something that you're interested in, have a look at my memberships and join us. Let's just see where we are right now. I just thought I'd get that out there before I forget, because I'm really not that great at promoting myself, if I'm quite honest. It takes a little while. Maybe you relate to that. Maybe you're similar to that yourself. Ooh, we have respect. The cassowary. I'm not sure what a cassowary is, but it looks a bit like a rhea bird, or yeah, it looks a bit like a rhea. You know, those kind of birds. Okay, so something about respect. Do you feel respected? Do you feel like you conduct yourself with respect? Is there something in your energy right now that demands respect? You know, are you asking for respect in some area of your life? Maybe you don't feel you're getting it. Maybe you don't feel respected right now. And tantric. So this is kind of about taking energy that you have and moving that energy through. So with Tantra, we're kind of like building up sexual energy, which allows that to be expressed. Okay. Now, it's interesting. These two energies, if you look at the cards as well, they look very red, very fiery, very oranges and reds. So we're working around, like, I've got red nails as well. We're working with the lower centers. So we've got the root chakra and the sacral chakra. And this is where our Kundalini energy sits. So if you've ever heard of Kundalini, you imagine it like a serpent or a snake that's coiled up in there. And when we use certain breath work or certain energies and certain vocal sounds, you can actually help to raise that energy with you. You can raise that energy up. Now, Tantra has many different forms. There's many different types of Tantra. So it's not all just about sexual energy. You know, Tantra is kind of like harnessing the energy and working with it. So yeah, go and look up Tantra for yourself as to, because I might not be explaining that too great. But it's kind of absorbing that energy within you and allowing that power. Now, respect comes through as feeling powerful, doesn't it? You know, if we're respected, we feel powerful. If we're disrespected, we don't feel powerful. And sometimes we can react in certain ways depending on whether we feel respected or not, whether we feel in our power or not. And somebody that's not in their power is quite likely to be reactive, you know, because they want to feel in their power or they feel powerless. So they may be reactive. And I'm picking up the energy of somebody around a particular situation where there's been some reactivity over perhaps something that you've said or something that somebody else has said, and you've been the one that's reacted. Okay, so you'll know yourself what that is, or if that resonates with you. So let's see what the runes are telling us about this right now. Yeah, boundaries. There's a need for boundary here. Maybe somebody's pushed your boundaries recently. Flow as well. This is overcoming fears. And Willow, intention. Okay. And sun power. So this is healing energy as well. And there's been a lot about that lately, about this healing energy. So there's a need for you to hold healthy, strong boundaries around a particular area of your life, or a particular person in your life, or people in your life, okay? And this energy is kind of, it feels like it's depleting your power, almost like you feel powerless around this, or you don't have the kind of boundary that you would like, and maybe that's making you feel unprotected at this time. And when we don't feel respected or protected, it can make us feel defensive, okay? It can either be that like fight or flight kind of energy to it. So it's like you either want to run away or you want to fight it. So there may be different parts of this collective where some of you might be more in the fight and some of you might be more in the flight. Now there is also the freeze, which doesn't get talked about much, but I don't sense a lot of freeze at this time. It's more fight or flight. You're more one or the other. And you might find that there's been situations recently for you that have angered you or irritated you, frustrated you, and you haven't been able to deal with it. Or maybe you've been cut off or shut down and you haven't been able to express how you feel about something, and it's come out in other ways, in maybe quite a reactive way. So I'm going to see what the tarot cards are telling us on there. So there's something else that was taking my attention, and I thought I was going to use the tea cards then, but I'm not actually going to. Let's have a look in the tarot cards for now as to what we're talking about on here. So what is this current situation with you to do with respect and your creative energy? I feel like for some of you, you're not where you were hoping to be at this time. It's almost like you feel responsible for something here. You feel responsible for something that you want to make work. You want something to be a long-term investment, and you've been working on it, but you feel trapped almost by it. You feel stuck by it, blocked. So it's almost like you've been working really hard on this, and you want to manifest this. You want to bring it in, and you are feeling the responsibility of this here. Now, you're very much in your head about this. It's almost like you feel like you've done so much. You feel like you've worked so hard. Maybe this has been working on yourself. This has been working on aspects of yourself. But you just feel like it's all been on you. It's like, you know, you've had to be the one responsible. You've had to take on the roles. You've had to sort of be the one to get things where you need it to be. And that's what your current situation is you're working on something that brings you that kind of stability, that makes you feel like you are taking responsibility and nurturing something. There's definitely an energy of nurturing something here, but it almost feels like you're being pushed away, or something's being avoidant around you, or maybe you're avoiding it yourself. So again, take it how it resonates, because there's more than one collective in here. That was funny, wasn't it? How the Queen just went, ugh. Yeah, you feel empowered by this sometimes, I feel. And it's something that you want to work towards, but there's an energy that makes you feel blocked with it, or that you can't see the way forward. It feels muddy. It feels difficult to see. So what is the challenge there? Why does it feel like such a challenge to you? Okay, the challenge is because perhaps you're trying to recreate something from the past that's just not able to be recreated. Maybe you're trying to rekindle something from the past, and it's not going the way that it doesn't feel the same as it used to be. It's a bit like, you know, when you go to a place when you're a child, or when you're younger, or, you know, a special place that you've been to, and you're telling everybody about it, and you're like, oh yeah, I used to love this, this and this, and you go back there maybe a few years later and it's not the same. It just doesn't feel the same, it doesn't look the same, it's not the same because you're not the same. And that, I feel, is what's happening with you. The challenge here is that you're not the same anymore. You're not the same person. So things aren't going to feel the same, okay? There's another one I've got there for you, and it's to do with cigarettes. It's my own personal story about buying Spanish cigarettes. I used to smoke when I was younger, and I used to enjoy it. But then when I bought some Spanish cigarettes, the taste of them put me off. So then anything after that didn't taste right, so I quit. So it's kind of like there's that kind of energy to it with you of something doesn't feel the same as it used to feel. Something you're doing in your life doesn't feel the same as it used to be. It doesn't give you the same thrill, or it doesn't give you the same drive that it did, or it just doesn't feel good anymore. And you're not understanding why, but you keep going back to it. You keep trying it. And you're starting to recognise now, okay, maybe something in me has changed. Maybe I don't need this anymore. Maybe this actually isn't healthy for me anymore. And I need to move forward from it. It feels like there's some kind of communication that needs to happen around this as well. Almost like maybe it could be some kind of message you've received from something from the past, or you connecting with sending a message to somebody from your past. That's all part of it. Now let's see what your focus needs to be in this particular situation. Because this is definitely, it's about your relationships. It's about your creative energy and power, your personal power and drive, and that feeling of being respected. Okay, so what you've got to focus on here is about making a decision. And you need to make a decision soon, it feels. There's something perhaps that you regret. Something that you haven't done yet that you wish you had or you want to do. And it feels like it's to do with that from the past, you know. It's kind of been on your mind. There's definitely been a new idea or a new ambition that's come forward. And it's almost like Spirit's guiding you and saying, don't miss this opportunity, okay? Stop regretting things from the past, or stop looking back in the past and wishing things were different. Move from where you are right now, okay? Make this decision. And if you've already decided on this, then it's time to make the move, okay? With haste. The Knight of Swords is all about making a quick decision. If it was in the reverse, I'd be telling you, you need to slow down a little bit. Maybe you are heading into something without really thinking it through. But I don't feel like we can say that in this situation. I feel like you have really thought this through. You have been really thinking this through. And every time you think about it, you indulge in the past. And it's almost like you want to go back to a certain point in the past where you could just indulge in that moment, in that thought. But whenever you try to do that, it doesn't actually end up being the way that you want it to be. So you have to make a decision to change that. I hope that makes sense. You'll know what I mean. If that's resonating with you, you should know what I'm talking about by now. Okay, let's just get some clarity, especially on that Four of Cups. So give me some clarity on the Four of Cups for a moment. What is this Four of Cups talking about? Whoops. Wow, that went skiing, that one did. We have the Empress. I feel there's something that made you feel loved. There's something unconditional about something very nurturing here that you attracted into your life, but somehow managed to lose it. And I feel that in losing it, you've tried to recapture it again, but it hasn't been the same for some reason. Something's different, something's changed. And I feel that has been to do with your journey. Your energy has changed. So it's almost like you're trying to recapture something that you are no longer kind of vibrating at the same frequency as it. However, it feels like in you taking a chance, you know, and moving forward from where you are now, not from where you were, or trying to go back to being who you were. Move through now. And it feels to me like you are attracting this energy in. Now, it doesn't matter whether you're masculine or feminine here. The Empress energy is all about that nurturing, that unconditional love, that ability to create. Okay, this is about, it could be the conception of an idea that's coming through, and you know what that is. It's something that you feel like, I'm ready for this now, and you know what it is. You can't go back to where you were before. That's gone now. It feels like that's not even relevant to you anymore. And the more you keep trying to stay in that, the more you're like banging your head up against a wall, because that's not you anymore. You don't vibrate on that frequency anymore. Instead, you're vibrating at a frequency that brings you more, that brings you better. It's aligned with the moon cycles as well. I don't know if you've been looking at the moon cycles more closely lately, or aligning with them. If you're feminine, your cycles might be aligning with the moon cycles right now. But there's definitely this energy of like, you know, what we said before, what is your current situation? Yeah, there's something that you want in life, that you want a long-term investment here. You want something long-term, and you know that you've been blocked in a particular area from the past. But this energy of nurturing, of being responsible, of taking responsibility and knowing your role in your life and where you want to be, this is what you are working towards. But it's not the same as it was, okay? It's not what you thought it was. It's not that anymore, okay? It's something that's changed, and you can think back on that, and you can think back on it, you know, with gladness or forgiveness even, and just, you know, say that was a period in my life, that was a time in my life that I enjoyed that, I've moved from that, I've learned from that, I take the experience from it with gladness in my heart. But now it's time to move forward into something new. And you are being asked to, you know, almost like let go of the regret and move forward, okay? Or even if you're saying like, I don't regret anything, you might not have any regrets, but there's something that you are missing out on, okay? If that's the right way around, if you can see, she's like looking at these 3 cups here, and there's this one cup that's just always there, all right? So it's like you're not seeing that cup, you're not seeing what is right there in front of you. And this is kind of like the energy of, it's right there, it's available to you, but you have to make that, you have to take that chance, you have to move. This is about you opening the key to your heart, I feel. It's actually about you allowing yourself to be loved, is what I'm getting from this. There's an energy of it that is, maybe there's been a fear of being loved, fear of being hurt. Maybe you've been hurt a lot in the past, and there's a fear of stepping into something new now because of being hurt again. But you see, you can either stay where you are, which is kind of always pulling you back to the past, which actually hurts more because it's not there anymore. And you know you can never bring that back. But now you have an opportunity to move forward and take a chance. And in taking that chance, it feels unconditional love. It feels like that tantric energy that's sort of just, it's a consistent flow of energy that will help, you know, you want respect. You want to feel respected. And here's your opportunity, is to take responsibility, take on the role that you need to take on, and you will be respected. I feel like you already are in some areas of your life. Well, I feel like I kind of gave you a bit of a lecture on that one. Let's see what the future is of this. Whoa. Okay, so the 2 cards that came out for the future of this was the Ace of Cups and the King of Cups. Love, love and love. It's like the Empress is all about unconditional love. The King of Cups is all about love and support and emotional intelligence. And the Ace of Cups is about deepening connections, deepening it into love. There's a lot of love around this. There's a lot of opportunities opening up for you in love. This is what you are. If you take a chance here, this is what you're heading towards. It's allowing yourself to feel that. That's what you've wanted. But there's an energy of you feeling like you can't have that. Almost like you don't feel like you're able to have that peace. Why is that? Why is that? Okay. Maybe it's because in the past things just haven't worked out the way that you thought they might. You know, maybe you've fallen in deep before and been hurt and had things go bad, destructive even, chaotic, and it's turned your world upside down, and there's a fear of that happening again. There's a fear that if you step into this, the way this makes you feel, that that's going to happen again. Well, let's see, shall we? Will that happen again? But again, like we say, you're not the same person that you were. You're not vibrating at the same frequency that you were. So maybe. Serendipity. This is light. This feels light. The energy feels light from it. It brings out your inner child. It brings out something in you that actually makes you feel content and happy and just light. Whereas in the past, I feel like things have been heavy, suppressive and restrictive in lots of ways. Whereas this feels more freedom. It's a lot more freeing. And you see that little pig with the wings, almost like, and pigs might fly. This is you thinking, well, as if I'm ever going to find that, as if that's ever going to be the case for me. Well, yeah, it is, because of the work you've done on yourself, because of the experiences that you've had, the realizations that you've had, and the detachments that you've made recently that are allowing you to move into this. It's good. It is good. You do have doubts. You do have your doubts. And I do feel there's some elements of something like an unfinished business. There's something that you feel isn't quite complete at this time, that you feel you're going to need to complete that before you can move forward. So what is that? Yeah, something that you haven't been able to let go of. And I feel like this came up in another reading the other day, which was about something to do with finances. And maybe that's part of how you've been hurt in the past, is through financial, you know, perhaps someone's taken money from you before, or you've lost money before through things not going well, you know, or you've gone all in and then, you know, having to separate assets and things like that. Maybe that's kind of putting you off as well. But actually, a lot of these things will get spoken about. A lot of these things this is for you deepening into a connection where you can actually speak and say these things without there being an argument, or without there being some kind of situation that's going to cause problems or chaos. You know, it feels like you're stepping into something where actually it's a safe space for you to say what you're thinking and feeling without there being some kind of reactiveness. So what is your advice here? What advice do we have for you? Okay, well, we have the Queen of Wands. Whoa, nice. Okay, that's good. Your advice here is about a desire fulfillment, confidence, having the confidence and inspiration and celebration as well. This feels really nice. It feels like what you are thinking about, this decision that you're about to make, it feels I feel a real deep connection, a real deep love bond. You know, the Three of Cups is kind of like a union that also contains spirits. It's like two people coming together in union, like the Two of Cups. But then the third cup is like spirit. It's like divine guidance. And it almost feels like there's been a lot of guidance towards this for you. And you've got a lot of cups in your reading here, a lot of cups and pentacles as well. And it feels like that's kind of a lot of earth and water energy. And there's a lot of flow there. There's a lot of death and rebirth there. This is you kind of filling your own cup up in order to be able to fill somebody else's. And I just feel a real balance coming into your life at this time. and bringing you a desire fulfillment. There's something very sensual about this energy as well, with that tantric card as well. There's something that brings you a lot of sensual energy, but that it doesn't deplete you. Maybe in the past you felt depleted or like it's taking your power from you. Whereas this feels more like a balance, more respectful, more sort of, it kind of balances you out and actually brings you energy. You know, you don't feel like you're losing any energy. You feel like you're actually recharging yourself when you're around this. Now, at the moment, this could be like a friendship that you're in, or something that I do feel like it is in your energy already, or something that you very soon it will be, you know, and you're very aware of the boundaries that you need, flow, but there is fear within that as well of like going any further with this. So you keep blocking things, I feel, you know, with that Two of Swords in the reverse position. There's a lot of blocking through fear that goes on with this. Fear of taking responsibility and fear of long-term, like almost like commitment. But Sir Willow is suggesting that there's a lot of healing going on with this and a lot of power, personal power. Sir Willow connects us with our solar plexus, and it connects that energy of the ability to stand in your power, to understand that power isn't something that we own, it's something that moves through us. It's something that we, you know, we work with. We're constantly weaving in and out of different energy, okay? And Sir Willow is the power of intention. So, you know, you've been intending a better way for yourself, a better life for yourself, a healing journey. And that is exactly what you are receiving here. That's what you're getting. Okay. And we have the Queen of Cups on the bottom there. So it does feel like this is sort of very balanced energy, but a lot of water. So a lot of flow with it. It's almost like you've kind of dreamed this into your reality, but then wasn't expecting that to happen. So now you're trying to figure out, what do I do with this? Because it's almost like you've stepped into a new vibration and you're not sure, even yourself, like, what is that? How do I deal with that? Okay, so what are your hopes and fears right now? Because it definitely feels like there's some fears around this. Okay, hopes and fears. First, you're hoping for a new beginning. You're hoping for a fresh start. But your fear might be that things are going to go wrong, that things are just not going to go your way, is what I'm getting from that. But this is about having patience. You've already been quite patient anyway, but this is about having patience and just, you know, everything within divine timing. Everything will be when it's meant to be. Yeah. So there's good things on the way to you. You know, everything you've been asking for is on its way to you. So prepare to receive this, because you're about to. Things are going to change for you very, very soon. In the next 3 weeks, I do feel that this connection that's coming into your life is going to deepen, really deepen. If it's already in your life, then you will find that love deepening more. If it hasn't yet come into your life, then it will within the next 3 weeks. So you're waiting for that ship to come in almost. And I do feel this could be something that you maybe back and forth messages to start with, like mostly communication. It could be online or through messages, and then it would become more in person. Okay, for some of you, you may already know this person, you may already be around this person, but the energy I'm getting from it is really like calming and loving and like heartwarming. It really is respectful, and it's got this tantric energy to it as well. So it's almost like you're giving each other the energy constantly creating that flow. Yeah, it's like never ending. Okay, what is the final outcome here? Oh, the Lovers nearly fell out there. What is your final outcome here? What is the final outcome? It's funny how there's some cards that just really stand out to you all of a sudden. What is the outcome here? Oh, okay. So the outcome here is about you having clarity and realizing this is the way forward for you. Yeah, it's like this is some communication now from the heart. And with the King of Wands here, I mean, we had the Queen of Wands somewhere, didn't we? Didn't she come out? Yep. So we've had the King and Queen of Wands, and we've also had the King and Queen of Cups as well. So a lot of fire and water energy around this. Now there's a lot of passion in this. There's a lot of sexual energy within this as well. And you've become, I feel, you've never had a connection like this before. You've never had a connection that felt so deeply connected in parts of yourself that maybe you've rejected in the past or felt are wrong or not, you know, not a good way to be. But you found something that matches your energy here, is what I feel. You found something that matches your energy. And there's a fear there of it being like things from the past. So you kind of fearful of it, finding it difficult, you know, because of that past hurt. You know, you've gone all in, you've gone all deep before. But like we say, you're vibrating at a different frequency now. You're not in the same energy that you were previously. And it's taken you some time to come to this. You kind of have gone round and round in circles on this. And now suddenly it's like, ching, I see it clearly now. You can see clearly now the rain has gone. It's almost like that fire is lit within you and you are like, yeah, I get it now. I really do see and feel this energy of it is like counterpart energy. It's like two passionate souls coming together, two fires coming together. So if this is something that's been around in your energy for a little while, because I'm just picked up on that in a collective part of this, especially some females here, there's an energy around you. You may have had this person in your life already for a little while, and you've just started to realize, like, actually, I'm going to give this a chance. I'm going to just allow myself to soften into this. And you will really feel the fire from that passion lifting you up, raising your Kundalini energy, you know, raising your vibration. You're not going to regret this decision. You're not going to regret this choice. Let's just get one last card for you on this. The Ten of Cups. Wow. I don't believe this reading, if I'm honest. No, I do. But like, it's the cards that have come out have all been very high vibration, deep connection, deep love, you know, transformation. There's a lot around this, and it's all bringing you to a place of peace, a place of wish fulfillment. You know, your desire's been fulfilled, your wish has been fulfilled, something that you would have always liked to have worked towards, and now you are. You know, you're putting the roots down, you're creating this, you're building this, you're working on this. You know, and it's like with anything that you want to grow, it takes time. It takes time and consideration. And it also, you know, that's how you stand in your power with it. Because if something's taking its time to grow, you learn a lot about yourself in being the nurturer of that. And also just being the one to be able to create the space for the growth to happen. Okay. I said the other day about a good meditation would be sitting and watching a plant and trying to see when it actually grows. You know, sometimes it's the same with relationships. You don't always see how the growth happens. It just does over time. And especially if you are in the right environment and you're bringing the right kind of energy, then it allows that to happen. It allows that to happen. And then you grow your pentacle from that. Yeah, you grow from it what it is that you need. This is happening for you. This is happening to you. This is what you have been asking for, wishing for, hoping for, but you didn't realise it would actually come into fruition. But now it's here. This is about you taking that chance to move towards it, you know. Allow yourself this unconditional love. Allow yourself to receive. I'm going to leave this reading here for you. If this resonates with you and you would like a personalised reading, my details are down in the description box. Just click on the title and it should take you straight there. There is also in the description box the link to my memberships. So if you did want to join in on the membership, I will do some lives that are for free for everybody. But I'm going to start doing a weekly membership one that will include meditation and a theme that we will work on each week. So if you did want to join in, then please do let me know. You'll get lots of perks, different videos and things through that. So I do wish you all a pleasant evening, and I will speak to you very soon. Blessed be.